Hello, hello. Today I'm going to show you how I fold a paper crane. I'm using a paper that's printed on one side and white on the other. Some papers are printed on both sides. The first thing you'll do is match up the corners horizontally. I usually do this in the air, kind of holding it up from the table before placing it down and then making a crease. You can do that differently. After you make a horizontal fold in half, rotate it 90 degrees and do the same thing the opposite way. Again, line up those corners very carefully and make a crease. A little tip, the crisper your creases are, the easier it is to make anything in origami. You'll end up with a plus sign after those first two folds. And next we're going to work diagonally. Line up the corners carefully before making a crease. Open and fold one more time diagonally. Again, I'm holding it kind of off the table, lining up those corners, and then I place it on the table and make a crisp fold. Now you'll end up with what looks like an asterisk fold with an X and a plus sign. Next, we're going to turn this into what's called a square base. It's a little tricky, but if you fold it kind of like a taco shell, like a triangular taco shell, you'll see that the sides kind of poof out, and you're going to just simply find the folds that create a square or a diamond, depends on how you look at it. You're not making new folds, you're just locating the folds you already made. So again, it poofs out already. Sometimes I put my hand inside a little to poof it out more. And then you find those folds and you just flatten it. It ends up looking like a diamond, but it's called a square base, which a lot of origami forms start with. I think it kind of resembles a mouth, like an open snake mouth. And with that open part facing down, facing you, it's really important. It's facing your belly, the open part. You're going to do the next step, which is to take the top layer and fold it to the middle. You'll see a vertical line in the middle, and you're just matching that edge up with the vertical fold. And do that to the other side. One thing I love about paper cranes is that they're symmetrical until the very last step. So if you do something to one side, you just get in the habit of doing that same thing to the other side. So I folded it from the lower left up to the middle. I think it kind of resembles a kite at this point, even more so after the next step. Before I flip it, I'm going to fold that top triangle down and make a crease. Press hard so you get a nice crisp fold, and then flip it over and do the same thing you just did on the opposite side. Fold that to the middle. You'll have a vertical fold, really I guess a vertical line where those two meet. And again, the crisper your creases, the easier it is to do this entire process. I'm going to take that top triangle and just fold it down, making a crease. And it really resembles a kite at this point. Next, this is the most difficult step, but you're going to open those flaps that you just folded and lift the top layer to locate that crease you just made when you folded that triangle over. You're basically inverting the paper so that the white is on the inside And you're not making any new folds. You're just simply locating these creases you already made. It ends up looking a lot like a really tall, skinny diamond at this point. You just flatten it. Now you flip it over and do that same thing on the other side. Open those flaps, lift, locate really 3 lines on the inside. 1, 2, 3. And you just invert them. You fold them the opposite way, ending up again with a tall, skinny diamond. Flatten it out, and then you end up with these flippy legs. You can kind of make it walk. With those flippy legs pointing towards your belly, you're now going to make the legs half the size. They're kind of wide, and we're going to make them skinnier. So take that top layer, fold it to the middle. On both the right and the left sides. Crisp folds. And again, I just did the top layer. Some people make the mistake of folding both, but now I flip it over and I fold the opposite side in towards the middle. And again, I just took those wide legs and I made them skinnier. If you forget this step, you'll end up with more of a duck. This makes the crane more delicate. Again, you still have those walkable legs, but they're a lot thinner. Next, we're going to fold those legs up as far as we can and make a crease. This step is simply to make the next step easier. We're creating a fold that will help the next part fall into place very easily. I think it kind of looks like a crown at that point that you might wear on your head. You've got these folds here on both sides. Next, you're going to open the side. And I call this finding the fox face. When you open the side, you see a very elongated animal-looking, animal-type face with ears and a long pointy nose. Lift up that nose to the very top of the ears, and then fold it back over. It's like you've opened it, you've lifted, you've closed it. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. Open. Look for that fox face. It's very abstract, but it's kind of elongated. Pull that nose up. Match it up with the ears. And then close it. You're almost finished. The wider of the 4 become the wings, and you kind of stretch them carefully, and the body fills with air. You can actually blow a little air into the hole in the bottom. But now I'm just deciding which of these will become the head. I usually pick the straighter of the 2 and leave it as the tail, and then I fold over the less straight of the 2, making it into a small head. A small head makes it have a long neck, which makes it a little more crane-like. And there you have it. An origami paper crane.